With 2 marathons now under my belt, I've used yoga at least once a week to prevent getting injured and stay flexible. When I wasn't doing yoga, I started noticing that I was really achy and I had knee problems. So yoga has been the miracle worker in my marathon training to keeping me healthy until race day. So today I'm going to share with you guys 7 of my favorite yoga poses. You're going to hold each pose for 2, 3, or 4 breaths, however long you would like, and then you're going to move on to the next pose. You also might notice a beautiful new plant that I have here from Bloom Nation. This isn't a sponsor video by Bloom Nation, but I wanted to share it with you guys because it connects you to the best local florist. It's a great online site. Instead of using one of those other flower websites, this way you get to support local small florists in your area. And this one here is cleaning the air in my apartment. So if you want to check it out, click the link down below. First move is going to be a downward dog. So you're going to come down on all fours and then press up, pressing your heels down to the ground, having a slight bend in your knees, reaching your hips up towards the ceiling. Stretch out your back, separate your shoulder blades, and try to rotate your biceps in by your ears. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, try to press your heels on down. Really try to elongate the space between your tailbone and the top of your head. The next move is going to be a high lunge. So to transition, you can just come into a high plank, bring that right knee in, place it between your hands, and then reach on up with both hands. Now to get the hip flexor stretch that I'm looking for, you're gonna bend that back knee so slightly, tuck your hips on up, and pull your right hip back as your left hip goes forward. And just breathe here. Next, you're gonna come down into that runner's lunge, low lunge, but you're gonna stretch the front of your left leg even deeper by grabbing that back foot. Now, again, you are going to tuck those hips up, try to square off your hips so that your right and your left hip are in alignment, and just get a nice stretch. If you want to make this even deeper, you can place your left hand down on the ground and look up over your right shoulder. This is going to be a really deep stretch, so if you're not flexible, this is probably not one that you want to go to. Maybe try just doing a regular standing quad stretch. Finally, you're gonna release it. Make sure that you're not on top of your kneecap when you're doing that one. You're gonna come back on up into that high lunge and then eventually straighten both legs into a triangle pose. So for this move, I'm gonna switch so I can face you guys. So your right leg is straight and your back leg is gonna come on flat. Your arms are gonna reach out like warrior 2. You're gonna reach forward as far as you can, and then you're going to gently either place your hand on your shin on a block. You could come down to the ground, but you don't wanna compress your lower back. You wanna make sure that it's straight. So I like to actually press the back of my hand into my leg and rotate. Now, you wanna try to pretend like your torso is in between 2 buildings. Like pretend you're in New York City or Boston even, and you're trying to fit in between 2 buildings and there's not a lot of space. So you're gonna open up that left hip. You're also getting a huge stretch in your hamstring. So we're working on this hip right here and also your hamstring. And just breathe. So then to come out of that, gently bend that right knee. You're gonna come up. We're actually just gonna quickly reverse our triangle. So that left hand is gonna come to the back of that left leg. Reach that right arm up and just get a nice stretch all down the right side body. You're also gonna feel a nice little stretch in that right hip as well. I have really tight hips, so I love these moves. Reach it on down and come on up to standing. The next few moves, you can do these down on the ground as well. I'm gonna show you both versions. So first, we're gonna stretch the outside of our IT band. You're just gonna cross your right leg over your left, arms go up and fold on down. Transfer the weight onto the balls of your feet and just get a nice stretch in the outside of your hip. Come on up, all the way to standing. The next move is going to be a modified version of the pigeon. So if you know pigeon, you can do that but I like to do figure 4 because you can do it after your run. You don't have to lie down on the ground. You can do it wherever you are. You're gonna flex that right foot and sink on down into the left heel, and you're gonna open up that right knee, getting a nice stretch in the outside of your right glute, and sink it on down, keeping your abs engaged, pulled in. This is really gonna open up the outside of that right glute, and then relax and come on up to standing. The last move that I'm gonna show you, the 7th move, you are gonna stretch out the IT band one more time. Here is the standing up version, and then I'm gonna show you down below. We'll see if I can balance today. So you're gonna hug that right knee into your chest. You're gonna grab a hold of your right toes with your left peace fingers, extend that leg out, reach your right arm long, and look and open it up. You're gonna feel a nice stretch along the IT band. Try to really straighten out that left leg, flex that foot, and when you're ready, bend it back in and place it down on the ground. The version on the ground looks like this. You're just going to take your right leg into your chest and bring it across your body and gently look over your right shoulder and getting a nice stretch. Now to get more into the IT band, you're gonna straighten that leg and try to bring it on up high. If you have a yoga strap, this would be a great time to use that strap to get it on up, or you can even use your peace fingers and grab it with your hands. And rest it out here. This is an intense one. All right, so once you finish that one, you're gonna come back into downward dog, and you're gonna go through all those moves one more time on the opposite side. So just as a quick refresher, down dog, high lunge, knee goes down, grab that back leg with the opposite hand if you would like. Come on down, look over your left shoulder, come on up, come into that triangle pose, reach on out, hand right here, open up, come on up, quickly reverse that, standing tall, left leg crosses over the right leg, fold it on down. Breathe here, let your head go heavy. Come on up. Left leg onto the right knee, balance. Figure 4. Then bring that left knee into your chest. Let's balance here. Grab your toes with the right peace fingers. Extend it on out and twist. If you are interested in checking out Bloom Nation, link is down below. They don't use any stock photos, so it's a great place to go if you are looking to get someone in your life a beautiful bouquet of flowers or a plant like this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you want more yoga videos, let me know down below, and I'll partner up with some of my favorite Boston yoga teachers. See you guys soon.